This video is sponsored by NerdWallet. Well, hey everyone, hope you're having an amazing day. It's Monday morning, and for me, Mondays are all about really trying to get my life in order and to plan my week to really set it up for success and for productivity. And so far, we're off to a great start already. This morning I worked out, I took a shower, got ready, so we're feeling good right now, and I'm just in the process of kind of wrapping up my morning routine and starting my day. And we've got a lot that I want to get to today, some work things and some fun things, and so I'm excited to take you guys along with me. But before we do anything else, I want to spend some time tidying up my house. And this has definitely become a morning ritual for me, at least on Mondays, because over the weekend I just find that small messes accumulate throughout our home. And so I like to spend some time on Mondays before I start the week, just kind of resetting my space so that I can begin my work week with a clean environment that I can work and be productive in. So I want to take you along for that, and we'll do a quick tidy up of my house, and then let's sit down for a bit and really talk about our plan for the day. Okay, so the house is all tidy and it feels so good. I really find that how clean or how messy my space is really strongly impacts my productivity. So as much as possible, I try to start off my week with a clean, calm environment. And so feeling good about what we've already done. Now though, I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee, going to have some cold brew with oat milk. And then I just want to sit down at my desk and really plan my week. Okay, so I got my coffee, so I'm going to enjoy that. Now though, what I want to do is to sit down and just spend some time planning out my day and my week. And as I'm starting my work week, on top of just creating my daily to-do list and the things that I want to accomplish, what I like to spend some time doing is just doing a bit of a calendar check-in. So I'll take some time just to schedule any events or activities and to make sure that I have them written down both on my phone in my Apple Calendar and in my bullet journal. That way I've just kind of got all of my bases covered. And then on top of that, especially for more busy weeks, something that I like to do is to create a dump list. And essentially what that is I'll just take a few minutes to write down everything that I want to accomplish this week and just kind of put it all into one massive list. And then I'll divide it out by days so I can kind of have an idea going into my week what exactly I'm trying to accomplish each day. And it helps me figure out what each day is going to look like, what I need to do. And those three things, the daily to-do list, the calendar check-in, and the dump list, really help me to start off my week feeling organized and like I know what I want to accomplish. And really, I feel like that's half the battle, just creating a plan so that you can then execute. So that's what I want to do right now. I want to spend some quality time planning out my week, and I'll check in with you guys when I finish. Just spent some time getting my day and my week all planned out, and we have a lot to do. This is Monday right here. So it's going to be a busy day, but a good day. And as I was figuring out all that I needed to get done, I noticed several kind of smaller, quick items that I can knock out all at once. So I have a project that I need to send off that's pretty much done. It just needs to be formatted and sent. There's an invoice that I need to pay, and then there are several important emails that I need to respond to. And so what I'm going to do is try to tackle all of those first so I can really get the ball rolling with my productivity and start ticking off some to-dos. And I love starting with smaller tasks like that because I really feel like it increases my motivation to continue my cycle of productivity. And I'm not a very detail-oriented person, so small things like that really do hang over my head throughout the rest of my workday if I don't start with them. So I like starting with those small things first and getting them off my plate so I can then turn my attention fully to the bigger projects that I have that I want to accomplish. So let's get to those administrative tasks now, and I'll check in a bit. Okay, so I just finished up with all of my administrative work, got all of that out of the way, so feeling really good about that. Now though, I am feeling a bit hungry, so I think I'm going to make myself a bit of lunch before continuing on with some of my other projects. Let me take you to the kitchen now and let's make some food. Just made lunch. This is a couple sunny side up eggs and toast, and it's just a really quick and easy, healthy meal. So I'm going to take maybe a 15 or 20 minute break to enjoy this, and then I'll continue on with my workday. So just had my lunch. It was really good. Got myself some water too so I can stay hydrated. Now though, I want to do a financial check-in. And this is something that I like to do every week or so just to make sure that we're staying on track with our financial goals and working towards some of those longer term objectives that we have. And typically what a financial check-in looks like for me is I'll start by reviewing our budget and figuring out if we need to make any tweaks to our saving or spending categories just based on what we have going on. And then once I've looked at our more day-to-day spending habits, I'd really like to go high level with it and try to get a bird's eye view of how we're doing financially, if we're working towards our goals, and if we need to adjust anything. And one tool that I found really helpful for that is NerdWallet, who I'm excited to share are partnering with me again on today's video. And if you've never heard of NerdWallet before, NerdWallet is really an amazing tool for everything financial. With expert advice and helpful tools, they really help you shop for financial products and give you the resources to manage your money better. And I've shared in the past how earlier this year we used NerdWallet to find and open a high yield savings account. And that's been so helpful as we saved up for and paid cash for a second car, rebuilt our emergency fund, and more recently, since we've hit those goals, we've been kind of looking ahead at what we want to accomplish next. And so we've turned our attention to saving for some really exciting things like some upcoming travel that we have later in the year and some home renovation projects we want to tackle. And so we're continuing to use our savings account for that. But one thing that I've really been loving recently is that they have an app that you can use to really stay on top of your money all in one place. And the app helps you find the best financial products too, with recommendations, reviews, and suggestions for next steps. And so using it, you can kind of at a glance get a sense of your financial picture, your spending and saving habits, what your credit score is, your net worth, and it's just so helpful. But then on top of that, they also give you a lot of tools to help optimize your finances by providing amazing suggestions and comparisons on things like the best mortgage lenders, the best credit cards, the best savings accounts, and so much more. And that's really something I've taken advantage of. We have some upcoming travel plans, so I've been using the app to research the best travel credit cards with no foreign transaction fees. And they do a great job of breaking down the pros and cons of each, and it's really helped me feel like I can make a more informed decision. So the NerdWallet app really is such an amazing resource, and it's something I've been getting a lot of value from recently to get a bird's eye view, a big picture perspective of our financial situation, and to help me make wise money moves. So if you're interested in learning more, just click on the link in the description box below to download the NerdWallet app and explore your best money options. But of course, if you are a more desktop person, no worries. You can also access NerdWallet on your desktop and find the same in-depth reviews and all of that. And I'll have their website linked down below too if you want to check that out. NerdWallet really is an amazing tool though, and I know you guys are going to love them, so be sure to check them out. And of course, thank you to NerdWallet for sponsoring today's video and helping to make it possible. Now though, I've been talking about our financial check-in for long enough, it's time to actually do it. So I'm going to sit down, update our budget, do a financial check-in, and really just dig in and see how are we doing financially. And then after that, I have some more fun errands and projects that I want to do, so I'll catch up with you when we're ready to get to those. Just finished finish up with our financial check-in and everything is looking good. It's always fun for me just being able to watch as we slowly make progress towards our financial goals. And I just find that staying on top of things and checking in is one of the easiest things that we can do to really make sure that we're continuing to make progress towards our goals and even to reach our goals faster than we'd initially planned. Now though, I do have an errand that I quickly want to run. I recently did some decluttering around our house and just have a few donations that I want to drop off. So I want to take those to Goodwill right now. And then when we come back, I'm really excited. I have some plants that I've been trying to propagate for a while and they are finally ready to be repotted. So I want to do that with you guys next. But first, let's drop off our donations. Just got back from dropping off our donations and everything went really quickly with that. I literally just had to walk through the door, give them the donations and walk out. It was really weird though because it started pouring like right as I was leaving the house. And then by the time I get back, it's literally like back to being sunny. I don't understand North Carolina weather at all. It was literally just like a 15-minute downpour and we're good to go now. But I am glad that the sun is coming back out. It always makes me feel a bit more productive when you have a nice sunny day out to enjoy. Next though, I don't know if you can kind of see them behind me in the distance, but I have some silver pothos that I've been propagating for goodness, like a couple of months now, and I've been meaning to repot them, and today is the day that I finally want to do it. So I'm going to bring them over to our counter so we have a nice big space that we can work with and just walk you through exactly what we're going to do to repot them and my plan. Okay, so for repotting the plant, all I did was take my terracotta pot and fill it about 1/3 to halfway full with potting soil. Then after that, I took all of the individual propagations and untangled their roots because since it had been a couple months since I'd started the propagation, the root system had gotten a little wild. Next, I just put each cutting in one by one, making sure that the roots would be fully covered up in soil. And then once I had all the cuttings in the pot, I just put in some additional soil and filled up the pot to about the 3/4 level with soil. Again, just making sure that all of the leaves would be able to get sunlight and that none of the roots were exposed. And then finally, I finished this off just by watering the plant thoroughly and allowing any excess water to drain. Okay, so here's the silver pothos all potted up. I've put it on the bookshelf in my office because it gets some really nice sunlight in the mid-afternoon, but there's never any direct rays of sun shining on it, so it should do well in this spot. I am hoping though that as it gets some additional sun, it will start putting out some bigger leaves and maybe some healthier leaves too. So I really just want to stay on top of making sure that it regularly gets watered and fed. Very excited with how that turned out though, and now what I want to do is start propagating one of my other pothos plants that has just gotten really long. So I have my little 3 test tube propagation station, and I think what I'm going to try to do is to start 3 new propagations from this one plant. So let me take you over to it now and I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so here is my pothos plant. As you can see, it's gotten quite long, all just from this one single strand. So what I'm going to do to propagate this plant is essentially go down and anywhere where there's this little nodule, so essentially it's like a leaf and a nodule combination, I'm going to cut a couple inches below that, and we're going to make a propagation from each one of those cuts. So you can kind of see it right here. I'm going to create a cut here, here, and here. So I'm just going to make those small cuts, and then I'm going to fill my little test tube propagation station with distilled water, and then put 1 little cutting in each tube. Okay, so this is what our propagation station now looks like. We just have these cute tiny little cuttings, and hopefully in a couple of weeks they'll start spreading some roots and we can add them to the mama plant. Okay, our repotting project was a success. Now though, I am feeling just a little bit snackish. This often hits me kind of mid-afternoonish where I just need a little bite to eat. So I think I'm going to slice up an apple for myself just so that I can snack on. And then while I eat that, I want to work on the last big project that I have on my to-do list for today, and that's editing a video. I don't know that I'm going to finish it all today as it is kind of a bigger video and those sometimes take me 2 days to get done. But I do want to make a good head start on it so I don't have tons of work to do on it tomorrow. So I think I'm going to wrap my workday up with that, and then maybe if I have time, we do have some plans tonight, but if I have time, I'd love to get just a little bit of reading in to kind of unwind from the day. So let's get our apple now and get to work. Got my snack and I'm ready to start editing now. It's about mid-afternoon, which is naturally the time of day when I feel the most productive. And I love saving some of the bigger projects on my to-do list, like editing or writing, until this time of day, because that means that I'm naturally going to have the most possible energy to exert towards the things that are really making the biggest difference in my business. And that's such a small tip, but it's something that's made a huge difference for me, is just to work on the big things when I naturally have the most energy and feel the most productive. And so whether you're a morning person, a night person, or like me, an afternoon person, just try structuring your days so that you're able to work on the big things when you're feeling productive. But I'm going to get to my editing now and I'll catch up with you later. Just finished up a bunch of editing and wrapped work up for the day. And now what I want to do really before beginning my evening is just to spend a bit of time unwinding and reading. And right now I'm reading through the book Boundaries: When to Say Yes, How to Say No to Take Control of Your Life. And this is a book I've been getting a lot out of. In some areas of my life, I am great at setting boundaries, but at other times I do have difficulty saying no, and so this book has really been helpful for that. So it's been a really fascinating read, and I've been learning a lot about how setting boundaries isn't selfish. It actually just makes it so that there are clear expectations between you and the people that you love. But now I'm going to spend some time reading this book and hopefully knock out a chapter. So with that in mind, I think I'm going to end this video here, but I hope you enjoyed coming along with me for this little day in the life. And don't forget that if you want to explore your best money options, you can just download the NerdWallet app using the link in the description box below. Now though, I would love to know, what are you wanting to accomplish today? What are some of the things that you're looking to get done? I'd love to hear what you're up to, so be sure to comment below and let me know. And if you're here for the first time and enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button below for more simple and intentional living videos coming at you twice a week. That's everything for today's video though. I'm just going to enjoy my book now and wind down for the evening. So I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.